Well, if I've set it up correctly, it's
Mhm.
going through. Oh yeah, it's going through now,
Oh,
and we're live to the whole group. I think. Hey everyone, if you're tuning in,
hello, hello.
I
Is
can't see
anyone
any
there?
stats.
We can't see anything, right?
Um, when we get a abusive message telling us to shut the fuck up, then
Yeah.
we'll know
Once we get
that's
vandalism, then we know it's right.
yeah. Um, oh, and we're live to our YouTube channel. Oh, that's working
Oh,
now. That, and we're live
oh, that's scary.
to our 18,000 or so.
Yeah, no big deal.
But David, you're in Korea.
Yes. Yes, 안녕하세요. I am not Korean, despite me looking like one.
Yeah, that was. I'm sure everyone's doing that. Why Korea?
With my family, we decided on a whim last week to go to Korea because they live in Hong Kong, I live in Sydney. So we were like, instead of just visiting each other, let's try somewhere in between. And we've never been. So it was really fun. As you can tell, it's really cool architecture here. This is the Incheon International Airport, but there's like trees
Huh?
there. So
Ah,
yeah, no wildlife, but
yeah.
trees.
That's not bonsai in a small room.
I no 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 for
No,
scale. That's the
I
downstairs.
don't know. Yeah. And that's Japan, like to your east.
Yeah. Just the different countries, like.
Oh, totally wrong. But, excellent.
But yeah, this is. I'm
Uh,
just sat on the floor, waiting for my flight.
totally casual. So, David, you're a clinical psychologist and executive coach. You help people. Well, as a clinical psychologist, you help a range of people, but as an executive
Mm,
coach, you specifically help people in business to overcome
yeah,
various barriers or to achieve more. Do you want to share a little bit more about your what you did with that,
yeah. I
with
think
those roles?
it, it's a bit of a segue. Um, so from clinical psych, I'm a registrar still, so not fully endorsed, but getting there. I think it was just meeting a lot of
Yep.
executive clients and then realizing how great they are. Not that
Hmm.
the other clients aren't great, but the executives are the ones who have made it to the top for a reason. They're super proactive,
Yep.
very engaged. They take notes, they do all the homework and beyond. And so they've got a work ethic like no other. And so I love
Yep.
working with people like that. And so now
Hmm.
I'm trying to get more into that industry or that level of clients because they're more
Yep.
fun. And
Yep.
also it's a
Yep.
I think I get a lot more rapport with them just because I have my
Sure.
own
Sure.
business as well, and so there's a lot of empathy that helps.
Yep. And you've done some work with startups and other
Yeah,
executives,
startups,
whatnot.
scale ups, exit. I've had clients who exited for like 10 mil or so, and then I've had startups with
Right.
no funds, and so I've done pro bono, HR related or individual level. So it's all over the board, but it's all very unique. So it's very tailored. It's not like just a one approach fits all thing.
Yep. Yep. That's brilliant. So, for our microcast today, we wanted to talk about traveling
Yeah, apt, very apt.
and how to do that better.
Yeah.
And just going on from our previous discussion of insomnia, I guess there's
Mm,
an overlap there.
yeah.
So, and speaking of executives, I'm going to do a little bit of a plug right now.
Yeah, go
Last
Kava.
2 weeks ago, we spoke with
Yeah,
John Sangay from Carver Warehouse. This is his
that
stuff,
was amazing.
and
Yeah.
I am crook as a dog right now, so I'm having some Carver because I want to have a good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
So bottoms up.
Believe it or not, this episode is not sponsored. So Adam just actually believes in it, I guess.
I do, yeah. I like, I was absolutely not expecting that,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
really is fantastic.
You have to listen to the podcast, guys, to know Adam's story with Kaba.
You are right. Yep. Get on it.
So yeah, I think traveling. Um, Two tips kind of helped me through my travels, both in the professional and personal sense, because I've helped clients who have to fly all the time, so frequent flyers, which is a
Yep.
huge part of corporate, especially at the executive level, right? Like meetings in Shanghai, different time zones, leaving your family, especially those are it's a different type of difficult. That's why Up in the Air with George Clooney. That's one of my favorite shows, movies just because it's so realistic and it's like the dark or like the sad side of traveling like a high flyer. And so I
Yep.
think two focuses, one is internal and one is future focused. So I'd say
Yeah.
with internal focus, for a lot of people, for a lot of my clients, it's focusing instead of what we don't like about the airport, which is a lot, and flying, which is a lot, cramped leg room,
Yep.
queues, wait time, delays, everything basically. Rather than focusing
Yep.
on those, we can train our mind's attention like a muscle, and so we can focus instead on why we're doing this. So the why matters.
Yep.
Like Simon Sinek says, like the why matters,
Yep.
but we're making it very niche, a very targeted to why am I making this flight? Why am I taking this red eye? Why am I going through this whole debacle of flying so frequently? Then it becomes you're focusing your mind's muscle on what's worth your time and what's worth the sacrifice, rather than all the hurdles you have to jump through for the next 10 hours or so.
Yeah. That's great. That's just good practical advice, isn't it? It's just an awful. I don't know. Sometimes you get some good flights, but
that's
yeah,
rare.
but it's
Rare
pretty
in
rare.
between. The more you fly,
Yeah.
the lower the percentage is of a good flight, right?
Yeah.
And
Streaming
so,
babies.
yeah, exactly. ANC, like active noise canceling headphones, are a must. But I think internally it's focusing on why am I doing this, and we usually have good reason. And so if you have a good reason, then focus on the good one. And if there's no good reason, then I think it's time to re-examine why you have this high flying life.
Yeah.
Second focus, it's external, so it's more future oriented. It's what are you doing this towards? So the why could be
Okay.
very present centered, and it could be family, right? It could be I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for this meeting. But then future oriented bring you to more hope, like, ooh, what opportunity does this open up? What could this meeting lead to in the future?
Yeah.
And so it gets you dreaming a bit. And so it becomes, our minds are able to take us to different places, good or bad. So if we think about how bad the flight is ahead of time, we're actually already suffering, even though we're physically not in the flight yet. But then if we take our minds beyond that to after the flight, to a year down the road, because of this horrible flight I took, I escalated, or I scaled up my company, or I 10x'd something, or I got this mega deal, right? So there's a lot of things to look forward to. So present-centered will be internal and why-oriented. Future focus would be more hope and opportunity-oriented.
Yeah. Aspirational.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, man. Yeah, that's some good tips that anyone can use. And there's a lot, like if you're in business, it's just part of, well, a lot of businesses, flying is a part of business. So that's some good advice for everyone.
Yeah.
Love it, man. So,
yeah. I think my flight is soon, but those are some of the top tips.
and so now you're gonna have to
practice
use your own advice. yeah, love it. Oh, that's great, man. Well, we wish you a good flight, and you're on your way back to Australia.
Yeah, back to Sydney. So straight flight, 10 hours. My legs are gonna love me. My ass is gonna hate me. So it's gonna be great.
Wow, well, that's great, man. Well, thanks for sharing that, David. Good chatting once again, and we wish you a great flight, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, we'll chat
Also,
soon.
while
Yeah.
we're still live, we'll put it out there. If anyone's got any questions for David, he's as you've heard, you know what he's about. So yeah, send him through, and hopefully we can answer them.
Yep, would love to do that. Take care, Adam. Get more kava in you.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks,
See ya, mate.
See you.